What's up, guys? Sorry I'm a little bit of a mess. I just had a shower, so I didn't know what to do with my hair, so I put it up in a bun. And my hair does not like me putting it in a bun because I look ridiculous. So tonight's story, it is almost 7, I think. Oh, it is 7. 7:18 p.m. 7:19 p.m. now. I'm gonna be telling you guys about my story, what my life was like before I dropped out of school, which I basically didn't drop out. I was basically kicked out, but everyone thinks I drop out. And yes, I do have a nightlight though, because I have nightmares, and every time I have a nightmare, I get scared to the point that I do not sleep. So ever since I had a nightlight, I haven't really had bad dreams that would actually wake me up. I do still have nightmares, but I would get like these weird ones that will literally jump scare me out of my sleep to the point that I can't breathe when I wake up. So here's my story. So when I was 6, this was before I started school. When I was 6 or 5, I couldn't talk until I was 6 and a half. And I think my adopted mom went to bring me. This was before I found out that I was adopted. My mom went to bring me to school. To register me, I'm guessing. I don't remember this part, but I know that I wasn't allowed to go to school when I was either 5 or 6. So I went to school. They said that I couldn't talk, so I have to wait a whole year. So mom kept me at her house for a whole year, and then the next year I started kindergarten. That was the grade that I was supposed to start. But I kind of had a dog streak really bad to make me look like a psychopath when I was only 6 and a half. That's when I started to talk. But I couldn't pronounce the words, so every time I would talk, they would have my adopted sister come down from her class and tell them what I'm trying to say. Like, I would say bathroom as in athroom, or crane. I don't remember how I said crane. My adopted sister does. But yeah. So I started. So I was literally acting like the devil. Let's just say that. For some reason, whenever girls would play with Barbie dolls, I would go up to them, pop their heads right off, and give them the body, and put the heads in my bag. It was weird. But I did not stay back for that. Yes, I stayed back in kindergarten. Again. So, okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. My age was all messed up with grades. Like, I was turning 11. No, I was turning 10 in 4th grade. So, 1st grade as a 10. Yeah, I'm confused about that, but I'll just keep on telling you guys this. So the reason why I stayed back was I would throw chairs, I would bite, and I would hide under the table and won't come out. So they called my mom and told them I'm not ready for kindergarten. So I got held back again when I was 7. I didn't finish kindergarten until I was 8. And when I turned 8, I went to 1st grade, and I was forced for till 8th grade for 8 years doing chorus, because she wanted me to be just like her and be a singer. I can teach myself how to sing and stuff. I sing all the time, but not in front of people. But anyway, I don't remember anything about first grade or second, but I remember third grade. In first grade, I dated guys. When I was 8. Why is my head itches? And then third grade was our concert. We were singing. I remember this very clearly. We were singing the Gummy Bear song. Don't remember the name of it. And the fireworks song. Yeah. And this guy named Jacob, not my friend Jacob. This guy Jacob was my ex-boyfriend. He was telling everyone I mouthed the words. So ever since then, I've had stage fright. Yes, I have creepy dolls behind me. So we moved. When I was in 4th grade to 7th grade. So it was going good, and I was doing chorus because I was forced to. Yeah. From 4th to 7th grade, I did track, basketball, softball, and long jumps. We were in Special Olympics for special needs kids. I was good at basketball. We would go to tournaments. Everyone's family would go except for mine, cause I only had my friends come, and my friends' family come for me. So in 6th grade, we got, my teacher was Mrs. Way and Mrs. Loud. Mrs. Loud was so sweet. Literally, I don't know what to call her, but she was literally shorter than me. Mostly everyone. We got a call saying that someone's been stealing things. So in 6th grade, we were literally forced, to put our hands behind our backs and hold our hands. And we would go to the bathroom at certain times, like every 3 hours of school or every break time, which was hard for me because I would have to go really, really bad. So I got sick and tired of that. And then 7th grade, water just dripped. In 7th grade, it was fine. I would get dizzy a lot because of my anxiety. But we would have this, I don't know if they still do them, but these card notes things, red, green, or yellow, which is a warning for your laptops. One day, I left my laptop at my locker when we went to go out for recess, and then I was like, because I remembered it because I stepped foot out of it, I was like, this was just 2 seconds. I was like, oh crap. And then I went to Mrs. Dixie, I think that's her name, and no, she was inside. She's the one that gave me that. I asked the teacher, nearby teacher, I told them, I left my laptop outside of my locker in the hallway. Can I go get it before I get one of the green? I was on yellow already. In one of those yellow cards, and she said yes, of course. As soon as I went in it was gone, and then I opened my locker. It was there with a yellow citation. That's what it's called. The green one is just a warning. The second one is another warning. And the third one, the white one, is you'll get your laptop taken away. I never really got a white one. Mostly everyone in my 7th grade class did, but I didn't. And then in 8th grade to 9th grade, we moved again. And then 8th grade, I met this guy. I literally had a dream like a couple of years before we moved to this house. Not this house. The house we lived in 8th grade. I had a dream about dating a guy named Dakota. He had blue eyes, blonde short hair, and glasses. One day, I went to that school. For the first day of school, I was scared. I met a guy named Dakota with blue eyes, glasses, and blonde hair. He was sitting alone by himself, and I'm a kind person. One of my parents was sleeping already. I hear that much snoring. Oh crap! I was watching the Grimm Brothers tonight that I never even noticed. Yes, I have water. I didn't even notice my laptop is at 26%. So in 8th grade, I met this guy. His head was like down on the picnic table at recess. So I sat down. Well, first I went up to him and said, "Hey, are you alright?" And he said, "Yes." I don't think I did my intro in this show. Well, this was before I found out what my biological name was. I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "No, you're not. You look like you've been crying." And he said, "No, I'm not. I'm just upset because no one wants to play this game with me. I didn't know how to play it. So I said, I can play, but I don't know how to play it. So he was teaching me and stuff, and then we introduced ourselves. I was like, "Hi, I'm Heidi Woodcock. Yes, I hate my last name, and I cannot wait to change it." And he said, "Hi, I'm Dakota," and then said his last name. And I was like, oh my god. I didn't realize it was my vision that I had before until lunch. After recess we went straight to lunch the same day on my first day of school. We sat together. Everyone was just staring at me like, who is this new girl sitting by this freak? Blah blah blah. And when I wasn't, and then I told him straight up, "I like you," and he said, "Really? I like you too." And then he asked me out, and I was like, "Oh God, that's my vision." I didn't tell anyone that I had visions until I found out it kind of runs in my biological family. Whenever I say I'm psychic, people say I'm psycho. But it's fine. They can think what they want. Yeah, and ever since then, I've been having visions that come true most of the time. But then it was an on and off relationship. He would ask me inappropriate, "Can I touch this? Can I touch that? Blah blah blah." I'm not gonna go into details. I was older than him. So in 9th grade, I started in high school. Then I was pulled out of that school, withdrawn, and moved back to my old school that I went before. That I went from 4th to 7th grade. Went back. I met a teacher named Miss Elsa, which apparently she retired this last year. And then in 10th grade, in the middle of 10th grade, I met my boyfriend, Noah. We were friends. We helped each other with work and stuff, and then we started dating September 6th, 2019 or 2020. I don't know what year it was. We went out, we were holding hands, we'd never kissed or anything. And then like a week later we moved. I don't even know anything about this dude or anything. But then in the middle of 10th grade, we moved to Florida. where I met my two of my exes, Eric Gordon and Mary O'Connell. Larry Connell. I had to look him up to see if that's his right. Jesus. I'm gonna look him up to see if that's the right name. We haven't talked because he accused me of stealing his girlfriend when I never did. I need Facebook. Okay. So, he doesn't know my biological name. Obviously, it's Alexandria. Yeah, it's Larry Connell. There's an old dude named Larry Connell, too. I dated Eric first. It was an on and off relationship, and one day he started lying to the whole class saying I bit him. I did bite him, but not that day. I stopped biting him after I got 25 days of lunch detention after I did something, which I'm not going to go into details. That's when I started abusing him, is because he treated me like crap. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So, why do you keep on going live, dude? So, there's a competition going on TikTok. It's between me and him, seeing who will get more followers. I won because I got more followers than him, but he's keep on going live to get more followers. So, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. 10th grade, blah, blah, blah. Me and Larry got together March 12th, 2021. Yeah. It lasted 5 years. He broke up with me August 7th because he wanted to get me pregnant, and I just turned 16, and I just visited him for the last time before I moved. I just turned 16. He asked me if I wanted to have you know what. And I said no, I'm too young and I could get kicked out of my house if I ever got pregnant. That was my accusation. I assumed I would get kicked out, which is true, I would have. And so, I love witchcraft and stuff. He calls me up one time, calls my mom's phone one time because I didn't have a phone at that time. And, he said, hey, can I talk to Heidi? I really need to talk to her, blah, blah, blah. She told him, no, because we were at Goodwill. No, we are busy. So, I don't know if she hung up or anything, but he called her again and said, I need to talk to her. And so I was like, give me the phone. So I did, and I was like, hello, we're in Goodwill, we're busy. He said, oh, I really want to take, I'm breaking up with you. And I was like, wait, why? Oh, because you wouldn't let me have sex with you. And you're into witchcraft. Bitch. He's into witchcraft too. And he's a sex addict. I should have said trigger warning. Whoopsie. So, I refused because I was a good kid back then, and I was not interested in that kind of shit. So, he broke up with me because I wouldn't get pregnant with this kid. The only reason why I wouldn't get pregnant is because he knew I was off the pill. And second of all, he said that he would just just dump my ass if I ever get pregnant with his kid. So I did the right choice. I said no. So Larry, if you're watching this, you can go F off. He accused me of telling his girlfriend stuff that would break up with him. So yeah, because she blocked me first, and then she blocked him the next day, and he accused me of telling her stuff, and I said I never did. So we call him Larry the Loser now. So in 11th grade, I used to be a all straight A students from kindergarten to 4th grade. I did a spelling test. They failed me on purpose. I knew how to spell in 4th grade. I spelled all the words right, and they still give me an F, even though all of them was correct. And ever since then, from 5th to 9th grade, I got all Fs. All straight Fs. And just a couple of C's, D's, and B's. I cried when I got my very first B in math class. Because I've never gotten a B in math class. I've only gotten an A. 100%. And yeah, that took me off. But junior year was when I got a B in math class. I was doing good. In 10th grade, I got all A's because she was just marking us as I don't know what that's called. Where you call people out, call people's names in the class. I don't remember what that's called because I haven't gone to school in forever. Well, we got all A's for being present there and not late, and that's cool. And then in junior year, like I've already said, I went to this class. I met a girl with seizures. I met a friend that doesn't talk to me anymore because her dad hates me. And I'm not allowed to talk to her, so I stopped talking to her. But then the next semester, I got switched to the state treatment program, and they never helped me with anything. They treated me like crap. They threw things at me. They told me I could do this do this by myself, all the work, and I've asked for help because it's hard. They'll be like, yeah, I will. Hold on, Heidi. Goes to my ex-boyfriend across the room that I hated for a very long time. Don't help me at all. Do me like crap. Got me in trouble. Told the principals I've been making threats to them when I never did that time. I never even threatened a teacher, and I've gotten 3 suspensions, 10 detentions, and kind of technically expelled / kicked out / dropped out. So that's when I started getting F's, because all my work was hard and they would give me F's. But ever since I got in like 5 F's, I would just guess and do my stuff on purpose just to fail. My lowest grade was a 5%. 5%. And they told me I've been doing so good, but now I haven't. And I was like this. I don't care about my grades. I can just drop out of school if I wanted to. So I've been failing on purpose. And they told me that I need to do it. Nope. I've whipped up my paperwork and don't do anything. So yeah. And then I was told I could stay back again. Stay back from in junior grade for the first time. And so I did. Well, basically I didn't know. We went to Avon Park High School in Florida. At the end of junior year, I started my senior year. I'm doing this because I did not know I was not a senior because they never told me I would stay back. So one day someone gave me a sheet that had that name on it. That was for junior homecoming king and queen. And I was like, I'm not a junior, I'm a senior. So this is at the beginning of the morning when I was put into a higher class. And so we went out to walk because it was a Wednesday. Tuesdays and Thursdays we walk the track for gym. So I called my mom up and I said, they're saying I'm not a senior this year. Can you call my school, the other school that we came from, and asked. So she did, and she texted me back saying that, yeah, I only had 12.5 credits. That is not supposed to be making a noise. 12.5 credits, and I needed 24. So I was fine with that. So I continued it, and then August 10th or something we started school in Avon Park, and on October 4th we moved, and I was put back into this school. We moved to this house, and then we went back to that school. I went back to that school, went back to that class, and they said that I had 14 credits, so I'll have to stay back next year, as in this year. So I decided not to go to school. We tried to go to school. They put me on a tutor. That is not right. He thought I was 16 and he wanted me to go to his house. Everyone thinks he's a pervert, which he is. They just say that. So we canceled it. And ever since then, I have been going to school. I've been playing Roblox. I've been texting people. I've been going on Snap. I've been not stalking my exes, but I've been making TikToks about them. With their pictures. Because that's what they do. That's what people do nowadays. So yeah. And also, why am I calling my boyfriend now my ex now? Which is not my ex. That's weird. Found out that we can set okay. I found out that if you sleepwalk, you sometimes don't walk. You just sit up and say something and then lay back down. My boyfriend said that to me one day that I did that, and then I watched Sam and Colby and they were talking about sleepwalking, and that same thing happened to their friend. And I was like, are you serious? I thought I don't sleepwalk. Turns out I do, because my ex-boyfriend that I talked to one time, when I was home alone for 2 days at my cousin's house, doesn't care about my safety, no food in the house, I was starving half to death. He said that the same thing happened to me, but this was the first time I was told, oh, you set up and told someone to fuck off, and it started with an N, and I didn't know anyone that started with an N at that point, so I think I was talking to my boyfriend when he was not there, and I did not have a dream about him. That was kind of weird. And then a couple of weeks ago, I think it was ago or last month, I was up all night and I fell asleep on the phone with my boyfriend, and he said, oh, I have scratches on my arm. It doesn't show, but they're white scratches. He said that the same thing happened to me, but I said something else. So yeah, I sleepwalk, so yay. I don't like, that's embarrassing. I wonder if I did that when I was at my friend's house. Yeah. So now when we live together, I'm gonna tell him to lock me in the bedroom just in case I sleepwalk and try to kill anyone in my sleep. Let's just say that because I mostly have nightmares that has to do with killing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like content like this, please hit the subscribe button, turn on all post notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.